Hello and welcome to the Ski Jump Arena Downhill Gravity Racing Series. I'm your host, davidinark. Today we are looking at the preliminary rounds for the Civita BOLIDE. Now, what exactly is the Downhill Gravity Racing Series? Let's find out. In these Downhill Gravity Racing Series preliminaries, vehicles will be taking part at the Ski Jump Arena. They will be positioned so their front tires rest on the shadow of the starting gate. The transmission will be set to realistic, the engine will be turned off, and the brakes let loose. At that point, the vehicle will begin the long descent along the launch ramp. At no point will I attempt to steer or guide the vehicle. Only gravity and friction determine what happens in each run. When the vehicle gets to the bottom of the jump, it makes the climb toward the launch zone. And after the vehicle leaves the launch zone, the goal is to soar over the gap and hit the landing zone. Each driver hopes to get the vehicle to obtain the absolute maximum distance. The base score is calculated from the last line the vehicle passed over before hitting the landing zone. So, if a vehicle lands between 145 meters and 150 meters, it gets 145 points. Now, the landing zone only has marks to 200 meters. So if a vehicle lands beyond the 200 meter mark, but short of the finish line shadow, it gets an additional 25 points. If the vehicle lands beyond the finish line shadow, it racks up an additional 50 points. But that's not the end. As the vehicles slide across the gathering point, it can gain an additional 10 points for hitting the back wall. It's the back wall bonus. Now, the default orbit camera will be focused on the vehicle, and whatever the camera is focused on will determine whether or not the vehicle gets the back wall bonus. Loose tires hitting the back of the wall? Yeah, that's not going to earn you the bonus. After all the preliminaries are over, the qualifying vehicles will face off against each other to narrow the field down to the top 16 vehicles for the championship. If a vehicle doesn't cross the finish line or fails to hit the landing zone, it will be disqualified. These are single elimination prelims, so good luck to each vehicle. All right, now first up in the BOLIDE division, we've got the 320 edition, and it is heading on down the ramp. It's got a nice center line. It's doing quite well. It'll be interesting to see how the BOLIDEs fare. They are certainly close to the ground, very aerodynamic. Oh, look at that. What a beautiful shot. Oh, but the engine in the back is certainly going to provide weight that could present a problem, and slamming into the ground at 130 meters. So that is a 130 meter run for the 320 out of the gate. It's sliding across the landing area here. I don't believe it's going to hit the back wall, so no back wall bonus for the 320 today. Up next, it's the BOLIDE 350 edition, taking a little notch up. We'll see if that slightly bigger engine equates to a heavier back end load, and see how that affects the distance that this vehicle is going to get. Now, you never know. It could be the louvers as well, providing some aerodynamics. I'm thinking perhaps not, although look at that, up and forward and down and slamming down at the 135 meter mark. So perhaps that slightly bigger engine did give just enough oomph for the BOLIDE to take the lead for the 350 rather. Still no back wall bonus. As we move along to the 350 GT edition, well, this dude's going to flip up his lights. He's going to do a little showing off here. We'll see what happens. Decides to put them down. Well, you never know. Hey, the lights could provide drag, or, it could just give you the little flex you need to get going. Again, as with every BOLIDE, flipping over backwards, coming back almost around, and that also gets 135 meters. Great job for the 350 GT. And are we going to get a back wall bonus? Nope. Not even close. Slams into the sidewall, and that is all she wrote. That's unfortunate. Now, we've got our first named racer vehicle. This is the Polizia, and in this vehicle, the driver is none other than Hero of God. That's right. By the way, if you'd like to drive one of these vehicles, just leave me a comment with the name you'd like to use. Keep it clean, and we'll get you in a vehicle. Takes off in the air, flipping over. The lights flashing. Is that helping, hurting, not making any difference whatsoever? And oh, that is very, very close. That was pretty close to the line. And after some review, it looks like the judges are going to go with 130 meters for the Polizia. So, Hero of God, you got yourself 130 meters in the ski jump arena. Up next, we've got the GTR. That's right, the 390 GTR. Look at this bad boy. Once again, bigger, badder engine. The camera pans underneath, taking a look at the skid plate. This is what the drivers face when they land, if they can land upright. So far, not really an issue for these particular vehicles in the Bolide division. What is the 390 GTR going to do? Oh, very nice. It hits the 135 zone, and so it also grabs 135 meters. It's got a decent slide going. Will it make it to the back wall for the bonus? Nope. You just can't get there sliding on your roof in these vehicles. There's just too much drag. Next up, the Bolide NOTTE Edition. Look at this. It's sleek, and it's black, and it's got louvers, and the sun is so pretty shining off of its surface. I'm sure there was another word there. I lost it. Anyway, there we go. Takes off at about 164 miles an hour. Once again, that engine in the back is just providing an issue for each of these vehicles. Oh, slams down. And the judges are going to give it 140 meters. It was just over the line when it hit the ground. So the knot racks up 140 meters. But again, no back wall bonus. Well, here we are. The GTR Group 4. This is the final competitor in this competition. Now, this bad boy has got louvers, and it's got a spoiler on the back. It's also got some fin action going. Will that be enough to carry this bad boy further than anyone else? Will we see any of the Bolides hit the back wall for the bonus? Oh no, this is not good at all. Oh, crunching down at the 130 meter mark. Unfortunately, that back spoiler, instead of providing lift, seems to have forced the vehicle down, which I guess that's kind of its purpose on this particular vehicle. In any case, sliding to a halt short of the back wall bonus, and a pretty short run for the GTR Group 4 vehicle today. And that'll wrap it up for the Bolides. Let's take a look at the final preliminary standings. All right, here we go. Ski Jump Arena Downhill Gravity Racing Series Bolide Preliminaries. 140 points for the NOTTE, who grabs the absolute furthest distance today. Then we've got 3 vehicles with 135 points and 3 additional vehicles with 130 points. The big question, is it going to be enough points for any of these guys to get through and see what happens in the championship round? Hey, thank you so much for watching. Special thanks to Hero of God, GamerGull, and LosWilko for supporting the channel on Patreon. You can check that out, patreon.com/davidinark. Hope you're enjoying the Downhill Gravity Racing series. Leave your questions, comments, suggestions, all that good stuff down in the comments section below. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time.